It went through the laundry, but I don't know how clean it got. It went through the laundry. I'm not sure how clean it got. Hump Day comedy. Let's make some giggles and some money. Hump Day comedy. How's my lighting right now? How's my lighting? Hump Day comedy. Have you ever put something through the laundry and it came out just as dirty, if not dirtier? When was the last time you did laundry? Do you know what an ancient Chinese secret is? It's being able to do laundry like you're a chemical engineer, stacking wins as we stack jokes for Hump Day comedy. You might be saying, but Larry, your jokes are not only funny, but also helping me with my entrepreneurship journey. Here's the issue with that, is that we really want to be careful to not make me too popular, because you're just encouraging him. You're just encouraging him. Why are you encouraging him? Ron Lauther, Hump Day, Dump Day. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you only shitting on Wednesdays? Ron, after you eat those mushrooms that you grow, I hope you shit every day. Cheers to us shitting. Here's to us dump daying every day. Is every day dump day? Do you not like me making fun of your butthole? Do you not like it when I yes and your jokes? Do you not like it when I rely on my dog to get laid? Do you not like it when my crutch is my puppy to get made? Are you thinking that I'm on YouTube in order to get paid? Because these bills are going to get paid whether you drop a like, hit the like, or tease and tickle the like. Are you tickling the like right now? Hump Day comedy, the comedy of Oda. Who's Oda? Is he your starfish? No. Oh, we're paid laid starfishing Oda. Ask yourself the question, who is Oda? What does Oda sound like? It sounds like Olga, and every Olga I've met has been fuego hot. That's not Oda, that's Olga. Olga is such a Esther name that she's automatically hot and with a good personality. So if you know some Esthers and Olgas, keep them away from me. I'm horny and I'm heterosexual, and I really like Esther, Olga, and Oda. OODA. Observe, orient, decide, act. If you're new to the channel, I want to meet you. Will you tell me who you are by writing your own username? And that way I can follow you, and that way we can connect, kind of like me and Ron Lauther. Hump Day, Dump Day. I think because Ron might be dumping once a week. Oda. Observe, oriental, decide, act. Okay, I'll be straightforward with you. It's observe, orient, as in you're getting oriented. I can't help it. It sounds like oriental, observe, orient, decide, act. Why are you getting double oriental? That's me. I'm a Caucasian guy pretending to be an Asian guy, pretending to be a Caucasian guy, pretending to be an Oriental guy. With all that pretending, you're going to have to back it up. Caucasian guy, oh, I'm super thankful. Asian guy, Oriental guy, oh, I'm smart, all right. Too smart for my own good. I'm a Caucasian guy. The body keeps the score. Oh, wait, that's me being an Asian guy because I can read super fast. Oda loop. Observe, orient, decide, act. If that joke threw you for a loop, you're not processing information fast enough. This isn't even speed reading, which I recommend you do, Chapter 14, Limitless. This is speed humor. This is keeping up. But relax, kids. This is comedy. So if you don't laugh at a joke, I'm going to retell the joke. Here we go. Get ready to laugh. At least turn your ears on. I am a Chinese guy pretending to be a white guy. Do you get that? Because there is no more American person in America than Larry Chiang. There's not. I'm drug-free, I'm hot, and I love America. Yeah, that makes me Asian, born in America. That makes me ABC. These jokes just write themselves. If you're just joining, welcome. I'm an ABC, not an American-born cowboy. I'm an American-born Chinese person. So I'm a Chinese person pretending to be a Caucasian person so well that you will never find a more Caucasian person in America than Larry Chiang. Why? Somehow everybody became a pussy with a bunch of estrogen, and now heterosexual white dudes are going extinct, if not already extinct. Me, I'm going to help program some testosterone. I know who stole your testosterone. I know who stole your testosterone. Oh, I know. I can't believe that this is the most popular video I've ever had. Thank you for the four-handed compliment. Somebody ate your foreskin. It wasn't me. Actually, it is my ethnicity. Chinese person pretending to be Caucasian, pretending to be Asian. This is just like Robert Downey Jr. Am I saying his name correctly? Where he reprised the role of Tropic Thunder. Sorry, was I too in your face? I can relax. I can't relax. I can't relax. I'm too amped. Hump Day Comedy, welcome. My channel's on what they don't teach in school. And what they do teach you at Stanford University is you want to be Asian with programming, which is Asian intelligence, artificial intelligence, American intelligence, Asian guy intelligence, artificial intelligence. That's AI, 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 AGI, AI. I'm not going to say that Dario from Anthropic is gay and retarded. I will tell you that Sam Altman is retarded and gay. This is me being ODA loop. Observe, orient, decide, act. Which is this comedy joke for a third time. Feel free to laugh 7 times or at least 1 time, depending on your level of understanding of this joke. I am a Chinese person role-playing, cosplaying, acting like a Caucasian person. How long have I been doing this? That would be 30 plus years. I've kind of got it down. This is a role of a lifetime. I'm a Chinese person pretending to be a white person, pretending to be a Chinese person. That's what makes it layered. That's what makes it ABCD. American-born Chinese dog. Because people have said, Larry, are you reliant on your dog to get laid? Hello? He's an Australian Shepherd trapped inside a Shih Tzu body helping me wrangle pussy. Your crutch is your puppy. Your crutch is your puppy to get made. Your crutch is your puppy to get made. Antimicrobial yoga pants have germs. Anti-moisture wicking outerwear still needs to be washed. Antimicrobial dry fit sheets, genius. You got to air dry your shit. Did anybody study chemical engineering that does laundry? Ancient Caucasian secret, which is Tide. We built on top of ancient Chinese secrets. The washing machine works perfectly. You'd think that my bed sheets are disgusting. You'd think that. Because guys like me have disgusting bed sheets. Some of the shit just won't wash away. This is why I have a mattress account. My mattress is always fresh. I don't use a shit pad. I don't use a cover pad. I have moisture wicking bed sheets. Do you get how I'm a Caucasian guy masquerading as a white guy who's got just a little bit of Chinese guy, just barely in there? This is why Hump Day comedy works. Are you reliant on your dog to get paid? Yeah, because I'll bring him to a board of directors meeting and people will just marvel at my dog's ability to listen. These are the commands. This is how to program a dog before you program your brain. This is why I'm the vagina whisperer. Brady, come here. Although right now he's probably doing something else. Brady, where are you? Yeah, at home, he's kind of like this. But if we're in public, he listens. Probably because we're going to be going somewhere fun. And I have left him, so when he hesitates for a moment, boom, outie. Hello from Europe. You're awesome. Wow. Thank you. I have no idea what you're talking about. After your timeout, come back more coherent, at least at the level of a South Asian. Larry, are you throwing Pakistani and Indian people under the bus? No. I'm throwing you into the shit river in which you dumped in. Let's go. The comedy of Oda. It's similar to the comedy of Olga. Do you know any Olgas? Oh my God, no wonder Europe. It triggered the European algorithm. Am I programming Europeans? Not yet. What I am doing is I'm programming men to be slightly more heterosexual, try to suck less. I'm programming myself to be more accepting of the fact that low testosterone was a result of the food, a conspiracy, and people stealing testosterone from you. And people giving a lot of women kind of a lot of testosterone. How's my OODA loop doing? Observe, orient, decide, act. I observed that bed sheets get baked on virus. This is why you dry fit sheets and then air dry them. Have you noticed that some people's gym clothes, they never get clean? Well, I do, because chemical engineering. So I solved that by understanding how biology makes your armpits smell, makes your clothes smell, makes your vagina smell. Because down there, okay, I can smell it. I can smell you. And when you're not healthy or you're stressed, your JJ starts to stinky stink. Oh, did that hit too close to home? Did that hit too close to home? It hit way too close to home. Come back better after your timeout. You can't say genius stuff and then undo yourself with you undoing. You can't go backwards. You try to go backwards. This is an example of going backwards. Good morning, Larry. Wow, there are 13 people in this chat. I can't believe it. And then you wanted attention by doing a robot. So this is an NPC check, a non-player character check, not a normal person who's Chinese check, because that would be ideal. In the comments, tell me something that you see in my background, so that way I know that you are not a robot, and that way I'll actually appreciate you and maybe work harder during this stream. Thank you for telling me that you're a robot. You've not been blocked. You've just been timed out. I'm actually desperate for viewers. I'm actually needing your comments. I am gamifying the algorithm because transcribers only are going to not get the meaning. Because why? ODA loop. Observe, orient, decide, act. Words themselves are only 7%. Tonality 38%. Physiology 55%. There's an algorithm, there's a cheat code. We're asking the question amongst me to you, which is, will you tell me something that you observe in the background so that way I know you're not a robot? Waiting on you. Waiting on you. So you could be a sexual deviant. You could have a kink. So I'm going to give you a quick 10-second timeout, and then you could lose your sexual kink because I just discipline you like I'm the rink. But it starts with C. Don't want YouTube banning me because Caucasian people making fun of Chinese people. That's actually allowed. Welcome to my channel, the ODA Loop. What they don't teach you in school. I'm Larry Chiang. All NPCs, all NPCs, all NPCs, just NPCs here. This is also what's here. This is what I've learned. It's only good-looking people in here. So don't be good-looking in an NPC. That's not good. Why is that not good? This is what happens when you're too good-looking. We're still in the ODA loop. Observe, orient, decide to be Asian. ODA. Oriental, observe, orient, decide to be Asian. Because that's what makes Hump Day comedy funny, is I'm iterating on some things, including how to pussitize your dog, meaning how to reverse engineer. Oh my God, if I got a dog, I would meet 13 more sexual partners per weekend, which is reverse engineering ODA. Observe, orient, decide, act. It's page 57, 4 steps to the epiphany. Who came up with the 5th epiphany and wrote about it at Harvard? PhD thesis, PhD non-matriculated. That would be Larry Chiang. The reason we add the O for Oriental and the A for Asian is, what if you treated this Hump Day comedy as if it were a Stanford Business School lecture on collateral, on humorous collateral, on default? Let's make you defaulting on a car loan, teetering on it funny. Rope to choke, which is the algorithm giving you rope so that way you can kill yourself. Collateral, default, rope to choke. The rope to choke is a dark truth, which is people are trying to get you to do negative things to yourself. That's what I've observed. Once you see this, you will appear almost as smart as me, which is collateral, default, rope to choke. Let's hit those in reverse chronological order. This is still stand-up. This is still and one exercise. This is still trademark copywritten content that I went ahead and altered so that way I open sourced it Stanford GSB, hashtag StramGT353, collateral default, rope to choke. So the reason that rope to choke is even a dynamic is it came from financial world where they're trying to get you to take on too much debt, and then now you're going to default and you're going to not lose your car because your car is worthless, but people are going to lose houses, people are going to lose their gold, people are going to lose their Bitcoin because they don't understand Lecture 11, which is collateral default, rope to choke. But how does it work, Larry, on social media? This is how it works, which is give people plenty of power, because that's why social media is addicting. It's unlimited access to dick. If you're a woman who's attractive, how much penis is currently hitting your smartphone right now? You had to hit grayscale on your smartphone. You watch your videos in black and white so that way all the penis that's trying to hit you doesn't strike your nose in Technicolor. That's you trying to mitigate all the dick. Ladies, your phone, it's a box of dicks and it's all trying to get up into your vagina. But what's good about this video is I don't want to touch your vagina. You have a very attractive face. I'm just knee deep in it. I'm not knee deep in it. I'm chin deep in it. ODA loop. Observe, orient, decide, act. Adding to the ODA, which is observe, orient, decide, act, I'm going to oriental you before I observe, orient, decide, Asian action. This is best understood via an example. Can you take math class before math class? This is best understood via an example. Can you prepare for dinner before you go to dinner? This is best understood via an example. Trade show like you mean it, Steve Blank, 4 steps to the epiphany. Trade show like you mean it means everybody else thinks trade shows suck. Trade show like you mean it is, can you get the ROI for the trade show before the trade show dollars get spent? For example, at Duck 9, FinCon, Financial Convention, Palm Springs, September 14, September 15, September 16. Do you see why when I say my YouTube makes me $550,000 per year? That's not shit talk. I might make $550K on this video alone. How does that make you feel? How's my sound today, you guys? How's my sound? I'm going to assume it's amazing. I'm going to also assume that YouTube is trying to shenanigan. Is that where shenanigan comes from? Shenane? Let's springboard from ODA loop. Let's springboard from ODA loop. Looking into the rearview mirror, will you introduce who you are, viewer? I'll wait. Introduce yourself. Oh, accountability. Oh, I can't watch incognito. Oh, Larry's gonna call me out. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Are you ready for that? What have you learned so far? What's up, Joe Herubin? What's up? Welcome. How are you? Why is it only smart, good-looking people watch this channel? Why is that? Why is that? It's like birds of a feather clicking together. It's like a friend group. Everybody looks the same, tall and attractive. Is that what's going on here? Yeah, pretty much. How do I know this? Because I met somebody. Are you guys wondering about my relationship status? That would be slutty. I met somebody. I'm very social. Unlike YouTube, I'm actually popular IRL. Look at me. I'm fluffy. I brought starfish to this party. Maybe let me introduce you to my starfish. Maybe let me introduce you to my stuffed animal starfish. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's Larry the Starfish. What does Larry the Starfish do? He deeply understands credit knowledge. He deeply understands Chinese knowledge. He deeply understands capital knowledge. He definitely is deeply understanding of venture capital knowledge. And he's also deeply understanding of doing turnarounds. That was lecture 11, collateral default rope to choke, turnarounds, hashtag StramGT353. I've got my mentor's textbook somewhere. Irv Grausbeck. Do you like how handy I am with my visual aids? Normally, I'm not this well prepared. Okay. Observe, orient, decide, act. You sniffed me out, and you caught me. I am always this well prepared. This is book club. What else are we doing today? Well, I'm going to tell you about last night. Reverse engineering $55,000. Reverse engineering $55,000. How? What is step one in making $55,000? Remember, you're talking to the person who allegedly, purportedly makes $550,000 on YouTube. Non-monetized, but monetized. That joke is hilarious. Because why am I going to let YouTube sell ads in front of my content? Why would I do that? Reverse engineer 55K. Step one is for the IQ 85 people who want to be rich. If you've got an IQ of 185, set aside 100 IQ points. We're working with 88 IQ points. Step one is we hunt for more than 55K. I recommend 200K. Some people can't do math very well. Where if you hunt for an 85K problem, they're like, is 85K even more than 55K? You need to just blow it out of the water, kind of like my giant penis inside her vagina. Did you want it all the way in? I don't think you can handle it, which is why you want to make people do simple math. Is that a math joke that a Chinese guy just told you? No. It's a math joke that a Caucasian guy pretending to be Asian is telling you. If you're reverse engineering $55,000, hunt for a $200,000 problem. This is why some people are unemployed, which is they can't solve a problem, they are the problem. Have you heard that 3 in 5 employees are actually sabotaging their own company? Yeah. This is why unemployment rate could hit 60%. It already is 60% with women under 25 coming out of UT. and not very attractive, and definitely don't subscribe to any of my content. If the truth is unpopular, now you understand why my channel has so many views. Are you chasing Web 2 views? Are you chasing subscribers? Are you building your corporation, your company, in someone else's backyard? Are you understanding that the API goes back to your own homepage? Are you gathering that some of the things I'm going to talk about are going to be genius? Let's reverse engineer 55K. Question: does your website double as your most potent employee? But Larry, I don't even have a website. Thank you. That's 55K right there. Not in reverse engineering it, but that's just 55K for you. Because AI has become ubiquitous. But what feeds AI? Web pages. I discovered this on 7-Eleven, not at a 7-Eleven. I discovered it on July 11, 2025, which is, I discovered that Web 12 I discovered Web 12. You see, I went to America and I discovered that Australia, UK, and Canada are run by retarded gay people who are probably pedoing or controlled. This is why this Hump Day comedy hits so hard. This is why comedy hits so hard. Because the way to countermeasure all the shenanigans is not voting your way out of it. We're not repealing the 19th Amendment. There's no voting our way out of this. There's no consortium. That's not going to happen. The only way this thing resets is to realize our system already reset. Our system is no longer money controlled by politicians. Our system is having rules for money, rulers not required. Because I went to Satoshi Nakamoto's office and I said, "Am I Satoshi Nakamoto?" Because I'm pretty sure that Satoshi Nakamoto lives amongst us. Why? Because one, he's a white guy pretending to be a Japanese guy, pretending to know how to code. Satoshi Nakamoto. Two, his OODA loop is unmatched, where he even thought ahead to trademark copyright of his code. We're talking about Satoshi Nakamoto, how Web 5 connects to Web 12. Web 12 is this. Web 5 is Bitcoin. Web 12 is, can you write 12 sentences about one video? Think of it as a book report, but concise. think of it as a book report where you actually read the book. When I say book report, that's little kid OODA loop. Observe, orient, decide, act. Observe as you read the pages. Orient is understand the outline. Decide that, hey, I'm going to try to make Larry Chiang's friend's book, Joe Dispenza, I'm going to try to make it $800 or $800,000, depending on your friend group. Depending on page 15, depending on page 15. Page 15, diffusions of innovation. Page 15, diffusions of innovation. The reason I seem so smart is because I forcibly made myself smart. Here it is. Here it is. I was right. Homophily, heterophily. OODA loop. We're observing pages in a book, page 19, diffusions of innovation. We are taking the pages in the book and we're organizing them into our brain. Homophily is, I'm only going to talk to retards who are no smarter than me. I'm looking for homogeneous. That's homophily. Heterophily is you being okay with standing near greatness because you suck, but you're trying to become great. That's heterophily. A lot of people can't handle heterophily. A lot of people can't be heterophily. That's observe, orient, decide, act. This is reverse engineering 55K, which is your solution is 5 to 10 pages. Your solution is try to get $189. Your solution is to try to be the forward deployed engineer. I'm going to go drop a 2-bomb. I was going to take a picture of it. I usually take a picture of it. Bristol for perfection. Let's go. Let's go. What is required to host a book club? What is book club? Book club, it works 100% of the time, every time. What's required to host a book club? That would be one guy, 2 books. What's required to host book club? It takes not even any confidence, because you're selling people, you don't even need to talk. This is how to sell book club without talking, because I know that some good-looking people can't talk to new people. You go to a coffee shop and you bring 3 copies of one book, or 2 copies of one book. Probably should bring 3. Normally, I am not this well prepared. Normally, I am not this well prepared. Normally not. Normally, I'm not. Okay, if I'm being honest, I'm always this well prepared. Let me do that magic trick again. Which book club, by the way, is a magic trip. But Larry, you're such a trip. I got to get the spread right. My hands are too big. There you go. Oh, it's the tension. It's thumb tension. I was misdoing the thumb tension. You just win when you show up with 3 copies of the same book. Diffusions of innovation. Diffusions of innovation. Diffusions of innovation. Diffusions of innovation. Chapter 1, Elements of Diffusion. Chapter 2, History of Diffusion Research. Chapter 3, the contributions and the criticisms of diffusions of innovation. A generation of innovators. These are chapters 1 through 11. Why did I go ahead and write down, not memorize, all the chapters? Why did I do that? I did that because somebody who half read it, didn't read it, who's of the gender that recommends books that they themselves did not read. Not that I'm going to have sex with your vagina without your consent, because I will read your book and make money from page 19. Homophily versus heterophily. You might get stuck thinking, I don't know if this guy's a Republican. I don't know if this guy's a Democrat. I don't know what his politics are. I need everything in alignment. See this bag of gummy bears? See this bag of gummy bears? They're going in 1,000 different directions. They seem to be getting along fine. They're going to stay moist. They're not in alignment. When you're coming up with words, that betray your character compass. Because words that you select reveal your programming. This is vagina whisperer. This is dog whisperer. This is, are you going to be a solution? Because if you go into your 9th job interview sounding like you're a problem, you're not going to get hired, because 3 in 5 employees right now are actually doing the company more harm than good. This is similar to me dropping a ginormous kid off in the toilet bowl, 3 kids, 3 perfectly floating kids, and destroying the toilet. Are you destroying your future employer? Are you not solving problems? So what my video, this is your benefit. It's right here. People are being forced to become an entrepreneur if you work at a company. If you are unemployed or underemployed, you're forced into becoming an entrepreneur. There is no social program that's going to program you back into the middle class. This is the socialist and communist lie. This is pattern recognition, because seeking more social program is futility. Especially if you live in Canada, UK, Australia. Why? It semi can work in America. Why? Because the US dollar is printed here. But when you're in a country that owes its money in US dollars, those social programs dry up in a hurry. The citizens are going into revolt. In order to mitigate the free citizens against the government, what does a government do? They bring in immigrants to water down the energy, to get you distracted, to get you to start fighting. So that way you don't see where the real problem is. This is why book club matters, because somebody read a book, Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Has the economic hitman come home? Has the economic hitman come home? My dog doesn't know what to do with this octopus dog toy, because it's an octopus. It's basically an alien that's sentient and genius. This is the solution for everybody's forced to be an independent contributor. This is the solution for everybody is in it for themselves. Being able to recruit, train, develop 1 new friend per year, that's a superpower right now. This is delayed gratification. This is time distortion. This is gratitude. This is why friend groups are disintegrating, because friend groups are monetizing acquaintances. This is an example of that, where you're taking advantage of a friend because you're drowning in debt. You'll take advantage of anything. This is why friend groups, the most dangerous person is the +1, which is why some people say no new friends, because they don't want to feel the hurt, not necessarily even the financial disappointment, but they don't want the hurt of a new friend who is betraying them. Why do new friends betray you? Because when the economy sucks, you're reaching for whatever because your head's barely above water. There's that economy, which is people are struggling. But then heterophily, there's another economy. It's the best economy that's ever existed for them. Why? Because they're standing closest to the money printer. A country dude sang the song in Virginia about the people up in DC. Why are they so rich? He's in Virginia poor, singing songs, and now he's rich. And I'm keeping an eye out for whether or not his music is going to begin to suck, because his angst is gone. His wife left him and got rich, and I'm wondering how his music is going to react to change. In the comments, if you know who the artist is, kudos to you. Let's connect. Let's connect. Why don't you send me your real name, and then I will help you live, because you've kind of been a cunt pretty often, and I forgive you. You don't even have to apologize for being a jerk, but you are going to have to tell me who you really are, because there's accountability in that versus a joke username where you're not even going to try. You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know you. Never mind. I retract my consent. Whoa! Did I just teach you that hot people can retract consent? Yup. Do not text my phone. No, you got to text it to me. You got to text it to me. You got to text it to me. Oh, good job. I thought your name was Oliver Anthony. Yeah. Nice. That's cool. That's cool. So it feels like you're about to hit an inflection point. This might be the first video you've ever watched without a mentor. You have no mentor. See, you've got inklings. You've got hope. You've got hope, but you're kind of negative. I do. Yup. There you go. Yup. You can email me. You can email me. My email's wide open. You can email me, because you're negative and you can't help it. You can't help it. This is your answer. I do actually care about you. I just don't want your negativity touching me. Your answer is in my old videos. Moving right towards observe, orient, decide, act. You don't want to level up. If you did, you would have watched videos to level you up. You're actually hoping for a friend, which this fake relationship will be a pseudo friendship. Enjoy the pseudo friendship. Enjoy the pseudo friendship. Enjoy the pseudo friendship, because you ask, you're on the cusp. You've got hope, but you're going to have to kind of do it on your own. You're going to have to kind of do it on your own. Good job being honest. This is my honest answer. It's in an old video, because you've never financially benefited from one book, not my book, just any book. You've never financially benefited from one video. It's because you don't want to reverse engineer. Forget about 55K. You don't want to reverse engineer anything. You're hoping that I'll talk you through it. You're hoping for a situation that is not going to likely occur. Not likely. Very unlikely. Very unlikely. But at least you're tall and good looking. You're probably bald. I don't want to know this. I don't want to know this. Which is perfectly back on script to Diffusion of Innovation, Chapter 5. Innovation, Decision Process. Have you bought any of the books that I'm talking about? Or you're hoping that I'll just read 30 years in the future and then you get Chapter 5, Innovation in Decision Process? Because your decision process is mediocre. You're hezzy. Oh my God, are you Pakistani Indian? Chapter 5, crack a book. Chapter 5, crack a book. These are some external APIs. This is brainstorming. Love Island fan pregame Singapore, 0 to chakra 6. What are these? These are APIs where we can leverage other people's momentum. Here's something, your sob story has caused me to give you something. Guagua guacamole, recipe number 23, which is also layer 2 venture capital, slap a stuffed animal on it, make it slay, which is stop being negative and start using guagua guacamole, recipe number 23, which is hashtag external API. Hashtag external API. You're welcome. Love Island fan pregame Singapore. That is your franchise. You're welcome. You constantly talk about your ex-wife. She's watching Love Island. Love Island fan pregame Singapore. So what you're doing is you're reading ahead in the book. And this is lost on you because you've never read behind in a book that you own. But at least you're tall and good looking. But bald. Hashtag external API. The Super Bowl, New York Fashion Week. A launch party. What is a launch party? How are you going to observe, orient, decide, act on a launch party? Launch party. Typically, you have to spend money for a launch party. Launch party. It's a cost center. We're turning a cost center into a revenue center. Think about Chapter 6, Attribution of Innovations, Rate of Adoption. Are you impressed? You should be. Have you taken notes yet? Maybe. Have you done hump day, paid or laid? Hump day, dump day. I took a giant dump. I didn't take a picture of it. Normally I do take a picture of it. External APIs, continuing. Who am I? Welcome. My channel's on What They Don't Teach in School. I am Larry Chiang. Miami Swim Week, exit party, Art Basel. Oh my God. Shelby Sapp. What peptides, high ticket selling? What peptides are she on? Rockman Bakery, East Austin. Oh. Welcome to the most valuable segment of Hump Day, Dump Day. Welcome to the most valuable segment. It's a segment that actually requires an introduction. The Caucasian guy who made my green tea, he needs to make $550K per year on YouTube. Oh, it's delicious. Oh, is that page 344 of the book I'm about to go get? Pretty much. Hey, while I'm enjoying this delicious green tea, how does my content compare to the rest of the shit show that's currently going on YouTube Live? Pat yourself on the back for coming into a safe space that is semi-educational and pretty rewarding. Pat yourself on the back. Whoa! So many people are now over at Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club. It's only hot girls it's only hot people. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. This next segment, I'm incredibly happy. I'm happy about it. It's a segment called 62, 64, 67 Turbo Hike, which is 3 page numbers inside this book. Let me read to you what the pages are. 62, 64, 67. Starting with 67. He who asks questions cannot avoid the answers. That's page 67. 64, 62, 64, 67, Turbo Hike. The one real object of education is to leave a person in the condition of continually asking questions. Oh. Oh. Page 62. Questions are the answers. Questions are the answers, baby. When you talk circularly, this is the infinite money glitch, which is questions are the answer 62, 64, 67. 67. The whole idea of education, what they don't teach in school, is to continually ask empowering questions. Because a lot of people ask questions, they're kind of shitty questions. When you ask shitty questions, you believed there are no bad questions. Oh, cunt. There are a ton of bad questions. It's going to cause you to be programmed by your feminist overlord, which is now Larry Chiang. So you're welcome. I went ahead and merged and acquired feminism. I'm Larry Chiang. Welcome. There's a new lesbian in charge. There's a new lesbian in charge. Hump Day Comedy. I'm the lesbian whisperer. Would you like a side of dick? Larry, I love how you talk. Thank you. I still won't fuck you. My pattern is full. My pattern is full. Becoming supernatural, birthing of giants. You're welcome. Because this segment does need an introduction. That was the outro before the intro, which is questions are the answer 62. Because you feel like this could be a cult, right? Because you're like, oh, I really love this guy. I'll do anything. I'll do anything for this guy. Well, there's good news about this cult is one, I don't ever want to meet you. Two, I don't want to hang out with you. I don't need your money. And three, I definitely don't want to fuck you. I definitely don't want to have sex with you. This is why this is book club, where I pull out a piece of paper and say, why are you asking the retarded question, is this a cult? Which is, you're asking dumb questions because one of your family members got sucked into a cult. That's what's next for America, is a bunch of cults promising utopia amidst your repossessed car. This is not a cult. This is us understanding that amidst all of this chaos, we can be Christian and positive and fuck a little less if we're at the top of the pyramid, if we're at the top of the food chain, if we're the Larry Chiang, Lawrence Chiang, Lorenzo Chiang, Chad, not Tyrone, but to each vagina their own Larry Chiang dildo. Are you Joe Dispenza? Which is, why? Because I'm owning a book, Joe Dispenza? Clip it. In context, Larry calling himself Chad and Tyrone. Because it's like white person Chad, black person Tyrone, trash talk, which is so much trash talk, not a lot of content. Is this trash talk going to make you rich? If your brain's on, because I'm reading this segment. It's called 62, 64, 67 Turbo Hike. But if you read it like that, it's flat. It's like pancake boobs. This is how you understand that physiology and tonality matter. 62, 64, 67, Turbo Hike. You see, that's me doing a play call that is guaranteed to make you 200K. This is financial advice, which is you're preparing 3 pieces of paper. Paper 1, is this a cult? Paper 2, are you Joe Dispenza? Paper 3 is the first person to say audiobook loses. Why is this 200K? One, because a cup of coffee is going to be $5 million. Why is this 200K? Because you've never written down 3 pieces of paper. You've never taken any notes. But what you're doing with a piece of paper is it's a magical trick. Somebody will say something stupid, and then you say, I already addressed your stupidity in a prior video. This is why it's 62, 64, 67 page numbers out of Limitless. They connect to chapter 4, how to read. Remember, if you rely on audiobook, basically you're a 4-year-old getting read to by a probable pedo who's trying to read to you and treat you like a child. This is why the trauma loop is a doom loop for you guys who are not able to read. This is the OODA loop. Observe, orient, decide, act. This is, why are you talking so much in the comments? Why don't you just send me an email about how you turned one video into $62? Try to make $62 with the rest of this segment, instead of talking all the time, pay attention to me, I have good comments, can I be a moderator? Playing status games, worrying what I think about you. I only care about, can you make $62? Here's another question. How do you guys know each other? Answer. I paid $24,000 to stand, live, be next to greatness. Period. Pretend, I know that this content's all free. I get that this content's all free. But pretend that you paid $275,000. Can you pretend that? No, because slavery. I'm a slave right now. I'm a housewife. When women think that housewifing is slavery, people ask me, Larry, how do you understand women so well? It's because women talk like black people. Because I have so many black friends. This is what my black friends say. Larry, am I your first and best black friend? For the 1,000th time, no. Or yes. And then when I introduce my black friend to another black friend, they're like, she. I'm not his only friend. The reason I understand women so well is that women sound like black people. You think being a housewife that works an hour and a half a day is a slave. This is why I understand women so well. This is why I understand women so well. How do you guys know each other? Answer. I paid $60,000 to stand, live, be next to greatness. Period. Birds of a feather flock together. Are some of your friends retarded? Why is your closet also your kitchen? Somebody doesn't understand how a man cave works. That's a good question, though. Nobody cares about, I'm 60 years old, so sometimes with my crazy diet, constipation can become an issue, but please, take my advice. Why would I take, oh my God. This is birds of a feather are retarded together. Why is your closet also your kitchen? Welcome to a man cave. Every house aspires to be a locker room. It's a locker room. Why? Have you heard men say holding frame? Put a pin in holding frame. Who's the alpha? You guys seem beta. Answer 62, 64, 67. So whenever anyone asks you a retarded question that's negative, realize that questions are the trajectory. Questions are the answer. But if they're not asking good questions, they're hoping for shitty answers. This is why if you can't make $62,000, or if you're retarded, $62, but any dollar above $0 gets you into the infinite money loop. This is not I'm going to tell you more after you pay me. This is the inner sanctum. This is the best classes for entrepreneurship are available on two of my friends' websites, Chad Hurley and Steve Chen. All of Stanford Engineering's best lectures, Chad Hurley hosts. All of MIT and Harvard's best lectures are on Steve Chen's website. This website is going to be huge someday, just huge. The name right now, I'm grasping at it. It's yourselves tubular. It's you on TV. I think they're going to try to shorten it to YouTube, but I don't know if that makes sense. But all these videos are going to be available there. So you want to pretend like you paid $275,000. Now, if you're a woman or if you're black, that is how much money that a black person makes playing one NBA basketball game, kind of like with a really good Larry Chiang video game, where I'm in the video game, you're in my video game right now. It's not called Dead Rising, it's called You Incorporated Rising. Get it? Get it? These jokes are real. You Incorporated, the video game. My friend Mark, forget his last name, he's a really good friend. He made a video game on Mark McCormack, my mentor. And that's the video game that we're again doing again. These jokes just write themselves. This is going to conjure up into another 550K via this video. You incorporated the video game. This is a video game. This is, hey, how do you guys know each other? I paid $60,000 to stand, live, be next to greatness. If you can't remember that as an answer, you're trying to lose. You're trying to lose. It turns out actually a lot of people are actively self-sabotaging while they're, so self-sabotage. The reason it's cancerous is the definition of a cancer cell, which is trying to sabotage and kill the host. I don't mean to laugh. But these jokes are genius. This is why when you have a feminist employee running HR, you're going to get manufactured problems that don't exist. Larry, stop talking about Stanford baseball. Who said I was talking about Stanford baseball? I'm not talking about Stanford baseball, where the feminist is the problem. Because they're not the problem. This is what makes NPC programming not problematic, solution-tastic. Maybe I'm at fault for doing the joke of let's try to get a blonde bimbo who looks like a stripper to be a billionaire. Okay, you can fault me, but I'm rich and I'm bored and I'm hanging out with blondes and I kind of love entrepreneurship and I don't want to say, oh, don't come in my world. Don't come in my world. Will you not come in my world? Because I'll just be like, look, you're coming anyway. I'll let you come in my world with a hot blonde. And then I keep talking because she's like, I just continue to want to, this vibe is amazing. And then I'm like, oh my God, you're actually smart. I know. I just play dumb to get you to take advantage of me. I'm actually now turned on, but I'm going to keep you in the friend zone. But can we do something funny? Can we make you a billionaire? This is why this segment is hilarious. Who's batting 1,000 when it comes to blonde billionaires in the United States? The girl boss thing, it kind of took a different direction. I'm going to pull the reins back. 62, 64, 67. Turbo hike, which is, Larry, why do you bet 1,000 when it comes to blonde billionaires? Larry, is $0.1 billion $1 billion? Girl math, yes. Hashtag Ebonics math with 11 X's, also yes. Miami girl math, is a billionaire $0.1 billion? Yes. Why? Because if $0.6 million can be a millionaire, $0.1 million can also be a millionaire, which is reverse engineering 55K. 200K, then turning into 10% of 200K, which is 55K. Why we're reverse engineering 55K, this is Hump Day comedy. This is comedy on 7/22, which is a three-way. Not that kind of three-way. It's a three-person book club, which is Canon from yesterday, Satya from 3 weeks ago, book club 55K. Hump Day comedy within 62, 64, 67 segment turbo hike. Because I'm play calling a play for Satya to get a 12K to 15K Omega watch after somebody makes 55K, and then after Satya gets the 12 to 15K watch, I get a Swatch AP, which is $300. It's called trickle down watch. It's not gay, it is, to give another man a piece of jewelry. When men give other men jewelry, that's gay. That's gay. But I'm never going to wear it. Therefore, buy me a luxury watch. This is why we're reverse engineering 55K. Why? Because your brain is a solution-solving device. Here's the question. How are we going to reverse engineer 55K? I'm going to figure it out because it's permeating everywhere. I need somebody to get 12 to 15K. That would be Satya. That would be after he gets a 12 to 15K watch, I get a piece of jewelry called a Swatch AP. Your brain's stuck on a groove. Your brain is stuck on a groove. You're the opposite of OODA loop. So this is chapter 4 of my mentor's book, What They Don't Teach You at Stanford Business School. Larry Chiang is my mentor. Larry Chiang talks about men being gay traits, but he's the one with all the shoes, like my ex-wife, and he's the one with stuffed animals. He's the one with the little dog, etc. So when you see all these shoes, those shoes look like one shoe. When the shoes are all different, then you're saying to the world, hey, look, I can afford to wear new shoes every day in rotation. But when you have the same shoe one way, you are doing Michael Jordan, Tom Brady. Why? Because shoes have vintages, kind of like my Lululemon life hack, which is when you find something on Lululemon, ask yourself, why isn't Lululemon paying Larry Chiang? Because once you ask that question, you're going to get a really good answer, which is, I didn't know that heterosexual men were 80% of our revenue. Let me repeat that joke because it's funny. Clip it. Not going to repeat the joke. Fuck you guys. Okay, I will twist my arm. Which is, did you know that heterosexual man-made money is 80% of Lulu? It's not boss babes buying their own clothes. That's 20%. It's men purchasing Lulu, funding your athleisure habit. So what happens is women, while buying themselves a ton of shit, they'll buy a man a gay-ass shirt. And then the man goes, I'm not going to wear that. And then you go on vacation and you're like, I need clean clothes. This is why I wear dry fit. This is why my bed sheets are dry fit. They're antimicrobial. This is why my bed actually doesn't smell like a bed of vagina. Even though some days I smell like vagina. But dudes can't smell it. It's women that smell it. So when you're stuck in a groove, your pattern recognition is incorrect because you see a high volume of shoes, but if you're meeting me in public, you say to yourself, why do you always wear the same pair of shoes? There's jujitsu shoes, that's this. There's basketball shoes, that is this. There is boxing shoes, these are they. There's also throw 95 miles an hour, lefty or righty, same shoes. It's a Air Jordan combo. I was there for the Jordan 7 collaboration where Jeter said, hey, will you put some baseball cleats on the bottom of my Jordan 7s? And this is where external API comes into play. I was there when Derek Jeter and Michael Jordan did the collaboration. It felt like I'm the co-founder of Nike Baseball, Jordan Baseball, which is Jeter asking Jordan, oh my God, if you could put baseball cleats underneath my Jordan 7s, I'd wear them. And then Mike said, okay. And then I said, oh my God. I said, oh my God. And then they're like, what do you think, Larry? They didn't think that. They're like, Larry, we really like you. You're my first Chinese best friend. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that because you guys are liking me a little too much. Do you want me to leave? No, bro. No, Mr. Chiang, stay. You did not just call me Mr. Chiang. Do you know what my last name is? I can't believe you know what my last name is. I don't even say, don't call me Mr. Chiang. I'm like, you know what my last name is? I'm going to tell people, they're not going to believe it. True story, I beat Michael Jordan one-on-one, never told anybody. That's why he remembers my name. I'm the only human on the planet that beat him and didn't tell people. Well, for the first years. Oda Loop questions. Michael Jordan the day after at PF Chang's. What kind of lies has Larry been telling people? People like, oh, hey, Mike, are you hungry? We're ordering food. You're paying. D. Brown didn't say you're paying, but Jordan pays. Hey, Larry hasn't been telling lies about me? People like, you must be really hungry. Are you hypoglycemic? That was where hypoglycemia was the gaslighting word, which is, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm hypoglycemic. Fucking feed me. Oh, you're hypoglycemic? Sir, that food will be coming right out. And they didn't say, are you allergic to anything? Because nobody was allergic to shit. There's peanuts on everything. Larry hasn't been spreading lies about me? Mike, our food is coming. We ordered you something. Here, just eat some of this. You're hypoglycemic. So then Mr. Jordan looks at me, cockeyed, and he's like, you didn't tell anybody? But he didn't ask. But he said 3 stupid things. 62, 64, 67. Turbo hike? Has Larry been spreading lies about me? That's a statement. And people didn't even address it. They just were like, you must be really hungry. You're screaming at us like we missed a layup. You're screaming at us. Not, why are you screaming at us? Enjoy screaming at us because you're paying. When Michael Jordan pays or eats with you, he pays. And it's kind of bad, but he's fucked. This is why You're damned if you do buy her dinner. You're damned if you don't buy her dinner. Because if you're eating with Jordan, you're fucked if he buys you dinner, and you're fucked if you're buying him dinner. Like, there's no, it's inverted. But that's why this video is amazing, because Jordan asked the wrong question a bunch of times. That's why he remembers Larry Chiang, which is, I beat him one-on-one and I didn't tell anybody. First of all, because nobody would believe it. I mean, I'm really, 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 really good at basketball, but I'm not so good that I can beat Jordan. But then I got lucky, because it's make it, take it. It's make it, take it. Make it, take it is you can hit a bunch of baskets in a row. So when the next day, P.F. Chang's, which is why I love P.F. Chang's. And guess who else loves P.F. Chang's? You can't make this shit up. Charles Barkley, Scottsdale. I like your vibe. I like your vibe. Talk less, sell one thing. Do one thing. Were you traumatized as a child? That's a serious question. Because you're 60, just get over it. Just get over it. You've held it long enough. You've held it long enough. You've held on to that baggage long enough. Charles Barkley also loved P.F. Chang's. So when people ask the wrong question, Michael Jordan in this case, you're able to play 5D chess, which is, I knew he was going to deny that I beat him, so I beat him in verbal combat. Has Larry been spreading lies about me? Mike, are you hungry? Because food's coming. And you're paying. Food's coming. You paid for it. I mean, that's funny to me, because you can scream at us all you want. You're paying for lunch. Larry hasn't been spreading lies? Mike, for the third time, what are you talking about? Like, food's coming. Food's coming, Mike. MJ, food's coming, okay? Food's coming. Chill wasn't a phraseology. Are you hypoglycemic? That was the word for get me my food ASAP, bitches. Is I'm hypoglycemic. I have low blood sugar. I'm hypoglycemic. I'm hypo. Where's my food? It isn't, oh, we're in a rush. We only have 2 hours for lunch. Go get our food. It's we're hypoglycemic. Mike, what are you talking about? Larry hasn't said anything. What are you talking about? I swear food is coming. He didn't drink during lunch. We all just drank water. Ditto my Kobe Bryant dinner. He nursed one drink for 3 hours. We just drank water. He looks at me and he's like, did you not tell anybody that you beat me one-on-one? And I didn't even sparkle. I did my best MJ, which was being able to steal people's protocol. Oh, I don't know, 8 3-pointers. I never shoot from long range. I just must be on fire. Just dropping the I'm fuego. He was like, I'm never going to forget who you are, because nobody in the history of Michael Jordan has ever beaten Michael Jordan one-on-one and then not said anything. The P.F. Chang lunch was the most valuable lunch that I've ever been to. Wait, the P.F. Chang lunch. was the most valuable lunch that he'd ever paid for, because he understood what Chinese ODA looping is, which is observe, orient, decide, act. So maybe you don't think I'm good at basketball. Maybe you don't think I'm super tall. I'm still 6'5". Maybe you don't think I'm good at throwing a football or throwing a baseball. Maybe you don't think I'm positive cheering for you. Because what we're doing here is 3 pages of a book. For some fucking reason, you haven't fucking bought it yet. You're a fucking loser. You're tall, good looking, and you can't read. You haven't bought the book. I don't financially benefit from you buying Jim Quick's book. I don't financially benefit. Okay, now that I said that a second time, my brain just said, what if you did financially benefit? $550K, which is why this segment is amazing. I'm going to benefit $550 million from this segment. Clip it, which is asking the question, did you remember the page numbers? Asking the question, who's the alpha here in a book club? Who's the alpha? That would be the new person. They're the alpha. Because we're here to serve you. I need to hunt a $200K problem. We're reverse engineering $55,000 at a motherfucking fat girl feminist pool party. You can't throw me out. I have safeguards. You're obese at this pool party. I'm not telling you you're obese. I'm just wearing a cowboy hat as a lesbian. You misgendered me. This is what the LG community needed, was to fork away from the BTQTT. We forked. I'm using the unicorn. I'm using the unicorn flag. We're flying the Larry Chiang unicorn flag. These jokes just write themselves. You can't throw me. No, it's not plus. It's just L and G. You're correcting me, and it's not plus. The plus is, who let the heterosexual run Silicon Valley Gay Mafia? The plus is LGBTQ, TT, Larry Chiang. I'm a transgender. My pronouns are she, he, she, he, she, because I actually understand women better than women do. I am the pussy magnet that doubles as the hashtag vagina whisperer. Who's the alpha of this LG movement, the lesbian and gay movement? Who's the alpha? That would be the heterosexual Caucasian guy who's cosplaying as a Chinese guy. Have you met him before? His name is Larry Chiang. Who's the alpha? You guys seem beta. We're just here to serve you. Is this your first positive penis experience as a lesbian? You could be alpha. If she's on top and I'm starfishing, Mom and Dad, I consent to you to laugh and your friends. Should I do stand-up comedy? Should I do stand-up comedy in Chicago, Newport? Thanksgiving. Oh, I have jokes, Mom and Dad, for days. Days and days of jokes. Days and days of jokes. I'm not a book reader. I do audiobooks. Pulls fortune cookie out of wallet. First person to say audiobook loses. Chemical free, baby. Chemical free. Busting dudes who are on ADD, ADHD meds. I did not know that ADHD meds mitigated some brain function. This is a PhD thesis, non-matriculated. So when a man is on ADD meds. This is how they talk to you the whole time. And it doesn't freak me out because, but then when it's their turn to talk, they can't do this. Let me recall what happened when I beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. Because I'm looking up and to the left to do visual recollection. What I'm teaching you about in my PhD thesis is my bibliography for my PhD thesis in brain function on ADHD is John Grinder, Richard Bandler, Tony Robbins, Larry Chiang. Am I self-referential when the genius content is NLP, NLP, NLP? It needs to be referenced, which is visual access, visual access. When your brain functions, your eyes betray and your eyes reveal. I'm not going to say the eyes are the window to eventually getting to my penis. I'm not going to say the eyes are a window into your pupil dilation. I see you, blonde women. Your boobs are very nice. They're deliciously nice. My vagina pattern is full. I can't take on any more new vagina. Your eyes are the windows to your being. Your eyes reveal if there's lights on, there's somebody home, and there's functionality. This is neuro-linguistic programming. This is chapter 17. I can't help it. I can't help it. Unlimited power. I can't help it. That's just how my brain works. Hashtag more share, mushi, mushi. You're constantly trying to fight. This is your brain stuck on a groove. Because if you don't think that I'm taking paper notes and reading from a script, you're being remedial. You're being remedial. I consent for you to clip this. I consent for you to clip it. And I consent for you to make $200,000. If you're worth $1 million, this is worth $2 million. Because you don't need to invest money to make money. You don't need to invest money to make money. You go ahead and just stare at my duck's dick. My duck, it quacks like a duck, acts like a duck. Are you accusing me of not making this button? Because if this button didn't exist, I would have made it. Did you get suckered? It's okay if you got suckered. Paper notes, baby. It'll fix your brain. This is how I program feminists to be no longer problematic, kind of like Silicon Valley gay mafia. There's a heterosexual at the helm. What this feminist movement always needed was a strong male in charge, Dave Chappelle. Larry, is it true that you met Dave Chappelle sitting in the front row taking notes on the back of a hot dog piece of paper? This is a hot dog. It's a boat for a hot dog. Have you been to comedy shows that cost $400? They say thank you. They say thank you for coming by charging you $14 for a hot dog. Have you been to those shows before? Have you been to those shows before? This is a boat for a hot dog. It's probably going to be $24 during my Netflix special. So this is a hot dog. This is a hot dog boat. It's a boat plate for your hot dog. By the time my next Netflix comedy special comes out, this hot dog boat is going to cost $42 for a hot dog. We're headed into hyperinflation, kids. So I'm at Dave Chappelle, and the way they say thank you to the attendees who are hungry, who paid $400, is would you like to buy a double-digit priced hot dog? Yes, please. I would like two. But I don't want my ketchup and mustard getting on it. Why? Because they don't allow phones and they don't let you take notes. Maybe I didn't bring pen and paper. Maybe I just brought my Sharpie. But I definitely took notes on the back of a hot dog container. I flatten out the hot dog container. Now whenever I see a $14 hot dog, I'm like, cha-chang! Cheers to my notes. Oh, this is my second favorite brand of coconut water. Brand number 1, hat tip, harmless. Harmless. Ooh, should we sell hot dog water, Sloppy Bigelow? God, I'm going to sell Larry Chiang penis water. Why? Because Japanese girls, they'll just buy anything. If I sweat on it and then come on it a little bit with third-party JJ, Japanese women will buy it. They're dark. So let's sell hot dog water. Selling hot dog water to hashtag Japanese maxing. In Scottsdale, Tommy Troy nephew or uncle, I can't figure out which, because he keeps playing like that. He's going to go from nephew to uncle. Fam. Who's Tommy Troy? He's Tommy Troy. Number 5. Hot dog water. Dave Chappelle. I'm Larry Chiang. You say gay and retarded shit all the time. Just set aside the fact that you got violated when you're a kid. 60 years old is enough time that time has passed. So I'm going to bring together a slew of things that are dangling, which is this. Larry, I'm not a book reader. I'm not a note taker. I do audiobooks. Larry, I don't take notes. I just listen to Larry Chiang lives. I swear I can remember everything. You don't remember crap, and you're sloppy with your YouTube practice, which is, I'm not a book reader. I do audiobooks. At least write down your only line of notes, page of notes. I took 2 pages of notes with Dave Chappelle on the back of a hot dog boat. I sat in the front row and I took notes right in front of his face. And he was thinking, are you stealing my jokes? Because later he asked me, hey, who are you? I'm like, Mr. Chappelle, I'm Larry Chiang. This is my dog Brady. And he goes, hi, Brady. I'm not going to disclose. I'm not going to disclose residence. Also, I mean, come on. I'm a Chinese cowboy sitting in the front row, furiously scribbling notes. No phone. I mean, I had my illegal phone on me because if I'm going to a comedy special, I'm going to have multiple phones, right? They don't do a body cavity search. So you just check in 2 phones and they're like, wow, you have 2 phones? I'm like, I know. I'm that guy. But then my third phone I have on my person. But I'm not going to record your jokes. It's more important for me to write down your structure so that way you can get better. Yeah. I have notes for you. I'm not a book reader. I do audio books. That's a shitty statement doubling as a question. This is 62, 64, 67. This is the most valuable segment you've ever come across. Why? Because you write down on a fortune cookie on a piece of paper, the first person to say audiobook loses. Period. End of quote. You show this fortune cookie by pulling it out of your wallet. Oh, I recommend this book I read that Larry Chiang wrote. It's called What They Don't Teach You at Stanford Business School. Chapter 3 is paste copy with attribution. You just paste copied with attribution. You're welcome. That's a fortune that you can write. Most people are reading a fortune hoping for good news. Why don't you write your own fortune? That's what this segment is you write out 3 fortunes. Fortune cookie number 1, is this a cult? Fortune cookie number 2, are you author of the book that you're holding 3 copies of? Are you Steve Blank? Are you Eric Ries? Are you Jeffrey Moore? Are you Alexander Ostrander? Are you Larry Chiang? But I don't carry my own book with me. Although now that I'm saying this, I should carry Mark McCormack's book, Are You Mark McCormack? Book club. It works 100% of the time, every time. Joe Dispenza, Becoming Supernatural Financially, period. Another Joe Dispenza sequel book, Becoming Supernatural. Look, my IQ 488 is referring to my notes. Becoming Supernatural, Birthing of Giants, period. Franchise. Clip it. Becoming Supernatural, Birthing of Franchise Giants. Clip it. Each one of these videos within a video is a video game within this construct that we call not a simulation. Stop saying retarded shit of we're living in a simulation. I took DMT and I saw the code. Stop taking drugs. Enjoy this drug. What is this drug? This drug is the drug that you're already addicted to. You're just lying about it. It's the drug of money. You see, I love money so much, I want to give you money via brain protocols. Last time I checked, the only way we're interacting is the spoken word or the written word. We're still talking about the ODA loop, observe, orient, decide, act. The spoken word and the written word are the only way that information is entering your boobs connected to your brain. Why is it only blonde, fluffy, hot people that have big boobs listen to this on infinite repeat while getting better? That's because there's an abundance to, oh, well, even if Larry doesn't fuck me, I'll still stand next to greatness because Larry's great. I'll give him a couple compliments and maybe he'll fuck me. But then what happens is you have abundance. You're blonde, your boobs are huge. You think you got a shot. So then what happens is there's a inflection point where you're like, where you, the hot blonde female, are like, oh my God, I actually understand everything that he's saying. Am I high right now? And then you become high because there is no better feeling in the world, including giving birth, than to shit out of your asshole a unicorn or a decacorn. But right now, becoming a unicorn, it's never been easier. Why? Because a cup of Starbucks coffee is going to be $7 million. Why? Because you can't control prices during hyperinflation. Why? Because I happen to have read that this Roman Empire is going to crumble with Wi-Fi attached. This revolution will be televised on Steve Chen, Chad Hurley. You see, what you don't see is you got tricked, you got fucked, you got tricked and fucked. That's kind of what people do to people, which is you got tricked and you got fucked. Therefore, I'm going to try to show you why that happened, except I can't show Steve Chen and Chad Hurley's friend, Sujin Wojo Mojo Howski. She passed away from after COVID. She passed away after COVID. Prematurely, I might add, which is we can't save everybody, but we can save the people who take paper notes or increase the probability of you being saved. Father Lord, it's me, Larry Chiang. It's me, Larry Chiang. Thank you for answering all my prior prayers. Also, Lord, I need to have a little bit more gratitude. Thank you for how athletic I am. Father Lord, also thank you for my athleticism because, oh my God. Father Lord, also thank you for how healthy I am. Thank you for helping me sleep well so that way I can go kick white and black people's butt. So much confidence in those other people's, my people's. Thank you, Father, for helping me be more black than black people, hashtag Ebonics Maxing. Thank you, Lord, for helping me be more Jewish and more white than Jews and whites. Thank you for helping me be ethnic. Thank you for ethnic. Father Lord, in heaven, go ahead and go get Augie Garrido and ask him if this fucking prayer is the most fucking amazing fucking prayer ever. Come on, that's funny, right? One, it's funny because Christian people be like, oh, did you just use a swear word? Yeah, because that's what my language is going to be in heaven. Father Lord, go find my mother. Father Lord, how hilarious is this prayer? Father Lord, thank you for all that money. Thank you for all that money. Also, Father Lord, I guess Mark Marquez just joined. I know. You're fucking welcome. Oh, by the way, Coach Mark Marquez, I'm playing your friend. I almost said best friend. Are you guys best friends? I don't know. Are you guys beefing? Are you guys best friends? I'm playing Augie Garrido in a biopic called either Inning by Inning or something else that Augie Garrido said. I forget because I don't listen super well to my baseball coach. Oh my God, Father Lord, thank you for all that money that I'm probably going to make pretending to be a Chinese guy, pretending to be a white guy. It's a baseball movie where we don't even play baseball. Ooh, maybe we should do Augie Garrido young and I'll play shortstop. Oh my God. Father Lord, thank you for my brain. Thank you for my penis, which powers my brain. Thank you for my pineal gland, chapter 12 of Joe Dispenza's book. Father Lord, thank you for giving me the ability to speed read. Or did you put Miss Bassetto in my path? I'm going to cry. Miss Bassetto, fourth grade teacher, she taught me PQRST, and then I taught Tom Brady preview question read summarize test, and then Tom Brady, second baddest motherfucker on the planet, decides to trump Larry Chiang by saying, hey, everybody, we've previewed all these things. We've asked ourselves the tough questions. In summary, we're going to win this test. What? You show off. But Lord, thank you for Tom Brady. Thank you for his success. And also, Lord, thank you for helping people hold on to their ass as Tom Brady plays in a Super Bowl against a team that he owns. Oh, yawn, boring. Father, Lord, thank you for my brain being able to play 5D chess. Lord, thank you for all that athletic ability where I'm beating Michael Jordan at basketball and at verbal combat as he's asking questions that are incorrect. Has Larry been talking shit about me? Oh my God, Mike, you know my name? What kind of lies has Larry been spreading? Father, Lord, thank you for Jude Law's TV show, because I did not know that I could pray just like a pope. How pope-like is this prayer? What am I asking for? I don't know. I don't think anything. Father, Lord, thank you for, this is what I'm asking for. If you could bless my film project, Larry Chiang reprising the role of Augie Garrido, that would be great. And I don't want to be replaced like Matthew McConaughey. Fuck that guy playing Augie Garrido, or Kevin Costner. Well, I kind of like Augie Garrido just playing baseball. I like that. And then Augie Garrido, I like that. Father, Lord, what a great prayer. Thank you for letting me pray to you. In Jesus' name we pray. Oh, if people have never prayed before, everybody, this is Jesus. Jesus, random people who have never prayed before. I don't even know how that works. How do you never pray? In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Clip it. Clip it. Augie Garrido biopic. That prayer was amazing. So you think that joke is funny, but then what you're doing is you're telling me that you're traumatized when you're little because one, you're an involuntary celibate. We should pray about that or not. Why don't you pray about it? Two, you think that cute things are bad, and that's because your brain got prematurely traumatized. I can't help it. I just read. I just can't help it. Just read. I just can't help it. Thank you for telling me page 19, homophily versus heterophily, where you're like, oh, you're a kid that's rich. That's heterophily. Are you also allergic to pussy? It's not like, oh, I'm going to improve my walk with the Lord. I'm going to try to stumble less. I'm going to cut it off at 9 JJs per weekend. I'm going to mitigate it to just under 10 strange new puss per weekend. You're allergic to people who might be upper middle class upbringing, but then you don't want to change classes because you can't pay attention to one segment, which is your question was a shitty statement. That was your question. It's always the rich kids. That's 62, 64, 67, which is, have you ever benefited from a mentor? No, you've never had a mentor. Have you ever benefited from one YouTube video? No, you've never benefited financially from one YouTube video. You probably got suckered. This is the sucker. You got suckered, bitches. You got suckered. I'm not trying to sucker you. I'm trying to get you less allergic to money. What you're doing here is despicable. Right on script. It's always the rich kids. Which is New Age crystal question. Whatever, here's an example of a New Age crystal question, which is, oh, I love your heart-brain coherence. Oh, I love how in tune you are. So whenever women say that to you, you don't say 62, 64, 67. You say, oh my God, chapter 15 of Joe Dispenza is stepping towards a new destiny. Get it? Because chapters 9 through 14 of breaking the habit of being yourself, he actually never talks, Joe Dispenza, he actually never talks about how exactly to step towards a new destiny. That's why I wrote chapter 15 for him. Second favorite brand of coconut water. Second favorite brand. New Age crystal question. Response. Chapter 15. Stepping towards a new destiny. I wrote it. How magical is that? How magical is that? Does your vaginal mucus flow more upon hearing this new truth? How do you memorize the whole book? That would be chapter 13. You just memorize chapter flow. Chapter 19, AI. Chapter 4, how to read. Chapter 14, how to speed read. Chapter 13, how to memorize shit. 默写, which is, can you memorize and write? Score! 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 Eric Leesmer is my option read coach. Eric Leesmer, Liesemer. That's my quarterback coach in high school. That's my quarterback coach. What role did he have? He was the starting quarterback. He was the starting quarterback on varsity. He is my quarterback coach, so that way I could start on varsity. This is Naperville in a nutshell. Why are you making your best friend start quarterback in front of you? Because Eric Leesmer is a fucking genius. He is my mentor, I think. Oh my God, you have such emo issues as a 60-year-old child. You cannot blame a person for something they were born with. No. You're stuck. You're just stuck. Oh, Larry doesn't get any sex. You need Bill Gates money. Blah, blah, blah. You're tall and good looking and you're saying retarded shit. Oh, I'm so heterosexual I can't tell Larry's good looking. Spittles. 62, 64, 67, you're literally proving this thesis, which is, why are you so retarded? I know. I'm getting better at my Chinese accent. The sad thing is he probably practices the horrible personality in a mirror every day, LOL. I don't talk into a mirror. I don't even talk to video. I'm talking onto YouTube Live, sometimes in rooms with under 500 people. I can't believe how popular this video is. I'm at over 8 likes. My comedy and others' comedy in here is way better than Larry's comedy. Larry did not get rich off comedy. Hashtag OFGPFSE. Opal Financial Group, Public Funds Summit East, the humorous keynote. In one keynote, I made more money than you do in your entire life, times 7. Why? Because it was 5 questions VCs should be asking GPs. It's probably over your head, and that's okay. This is not, because I archived it. It lives on in Famey. It lives on famously. Hashtag OFGPFSE. Opal Financial Group, Public Funds Summit East, updating my keynote, which is hypothecation, which is recursion, which is collateral default, rope to choke. It's my lecture 11, hashtag CS183E, lecture 19, ROTJ. Lecture 11, collateral default, rope to choke. Hypothecation is going to kill your index fund. Recursion is 13F filings. Collateral default, rope to choke is my mentor Irv Grausbeck's. Hashtag strategic management 353. Hashtag StramGT 353. That right there is $2 billion. You're welcome. Clip it, which is Opal Financial Group Public Funds Summit East. Why is that significant? Because people who run billion-dollar pension funds are about to get fucked. Why? Because you don't know the webs that I coined. I'm Larry Chiang. This is going to be an update to the comedy sketch, which is Web 13 doesn't exist. Web 12, Larry Chiang. Web 1, Web 2, Web 12, Web 4, Web 4, Web 4, Web 12, Web 5, Web 5, Web 2, Web 12, Web 1, Web 2. What is all this? It's AI engulfing Web 5. What's Web 5? Bitcoin. What's Web 4? Fiat strikes back, 1971. Whoa, Larry, is Web 4 older than Web 1? Yeah, it's a supercomputer talking to another not so supercomputer about the St. Louis Fed owes money to the Minneapolis Fed. When two computers trade money, that is fiat dollars. That programming became sentient, 1971. That's Web 4. Fiat money. That's Web 4. Decimals and zeros and ones that are Federal Reserve servers owing money to other servers. That's Web 4. Web 3 is cryptocurrency. Enjoy your shit coins. I'm so talented that I'm going to turn around a shitcoin, kind of like Ryan Cohen, hashtag LABCS1452. That's built upon hashtag LABCS1451, Patrick Byrne, which is Adam Aaron. Good job on your 7/20/26 earnings call as CEO of AMC. Good job on your earnings call. I should still be CEO. You're actually fucking retarded. Hashtag LABCS1453 AMC, which is this whole thing is hashtag OFG PFSE. Can't stop, won't stop, Chang stop. Laugh, mother scratchers, laugh. Clip it. Which is, this is funny on billions of levels. Why? Because somebody didn't read the 13F. How do you memorize the whole world? It's just an illusion. It's just, I looked at all the G spots. Maybe you're not familiar with the G spot. It's similar to my Mercedes. You stick a finger underneath the logo and then you release it. You just do this here. I'm ambidextrous with it. Why? Because you consented to have me cream pie your JJ hole. But just because you signed a purchase order for my sperm, it does not mean that you're going to get it right away. It's going to be 9 to 13 dates of me just giving you a hand job. This is why I know that the Mercedes hood is just the G spot. That's the G spot. So the things that I memorize are just the G spots. It's the inflection points. So my IQ of 488, it's an illusion. It's me playing 2D checkers. My 2D checkers is your 5D chess because you didn't memorize chapter 11, time, space, time. You didn't memorize that. You didn't memorize it. And this is where I'm going to be in danger. I know Joe Dispenza's chapters better than he does because I added content, kind of like Snowball, chapters 1 through 64. Warren Buffett's book with Alice Schroeder, which is chapters 1 through 64. Page 127, Warren Buffett went to Columbia the same way that James Cameron went to USC, the same way that Larry Chiang went to Stanford. Warren Buffett, James Cameron, Larry Chiang. Columbia, USC, Stanford. And Larry Chiang also at USC, running the same protocol of what page? Page 127. I ran the same protocol at USC for film school, which is what James Cameron did for USC Film School, which is what Larry Chiang did for USC Film School on retirement number either 3 or 3,000, depending on your accounting terminology for retirement. When you say retirement, clip it. When you say retirement, it's Lecture 19, Tom Kosnick, Tom Byers, Randy Commissar, retire on the job, aka personal business plan. Boom! Memorizing lectures at a school that I did not go to for undergrad. Tom Kosnick, Tom Byers, Randy Commissar, Engineering 145, Lecture 19. My IQ is an illusion. It only seems like I'm the number one smartest human on the planet. It's because I trained kind of like hip and shoulder timing, draining threes, draining threes, draining threes. Draining threes helps you realize that I'm not draining the three. The basket is double bigger than a ball. It's double bigger. It's twice as big. How do you not? It's like me throwing it in the ocean from the beach. Kind of like me saving a starfish that washed onto the ocean. You washed on the ocean, I'm going to throw you back in. Negative people will be like, why are you throwing the starfish back in? You can't save them all. And then I'll keep doing it. And you're like, hey, do you hear me? I'm being negative. Stop saving starfish. And I'll say, I can't save them all, but I can save this one. Fling! Starfish story, Barack Obama, Larry Chiang. Warren Buffett, James Cameron, Larry Chiang. Getting into Columbia, USC, Stanford, the same way. What way is that? It's to send a compliment, Warren Buffett. Ben Graham, I can't believe you're still alive. I use your book every day. You are a living legend. Larry Chiang. Irv Grousbeck. Hey, Mr. Professor Grousbeck, I use your book all the time. I can't believe you're alive. You're a living legend. I did not read the Warren Buffett book to do that maneuver. I did not. I did not. I did not read that in the Warren Buffett book. Probably because it hadn't been written yet. Or maybe it had, I don't even know. But this is what's going to scare you, which is how does a person who's 22 years old biologically appear in Ben Graham's book? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm timeless. I hope I'm not Pontius Pilate. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm Tom Chang's kid. Anyway. Warren Buffett. Chapter 65 connects to Steve Blank's book. This is amazing. Clip it. Steve Blank's book, 4 Steps to the Epiphany. Chapter 65 is Steve Blank. Hashtag ENGR245. Wait, did you misspeak? No, because at Columbia, that's the class number, Columbia Engineering. I can't make this up. This is how potent I am. Is my giant penis is going also to Vanderbilt University. Enjoy my dick hitting you in the brain. Enjoy my penis. It extends to Vanderbilt and obviously Columbia. Columbia, I think it's an Ivy. I mean, I would never go there. I mean, Stanford and Harvard and Dartmouth are my safety schools. Yale I didn't even apply to because I didn't want to go there and be like, you're a legacy. Get out of here. And plus all that pizza in New Haven, I'd be 400 pounds, I'd be 400 pounds. Or I'd be making pizza that's better because I'm competitive. I'm a competitive pizza maker. Chapter 65, hashtag ENGR145. Chapter 66, Snowball, hashtag EUTWMPPM. Get it? His book is Snowball, but he never bookended it with a chapter on Snowball. Do you get it? Do you get it? His book's called Snowball. Do you get it? Do you get it? You do actually have a snowball's chance in hell because of chapter 67, which is chapter 19, Fiat Standard. Who wrote Fiat Standard? Safedine Mu. Who knows Fiat Standard better than Safedine Mu? That would be Larry Chiang, because his chapters on the Bitcoin standard, chapter 17, chapter 18, stopped short. That's why I went ahead and shipped chapter 19 through chapter 33. Michael Saylor wrote the foreword, he's a friend, for Fiat Standard. I combined a book because I asked him an empowering question. Mr. Saylor, are you going to write the book, The Bitcoin Wave, based on your book, The Mobile Wave? Larry, people haven't even read Mobile Wave yet. Why am I going to write another book that nobody's going to read? Is it okay if I write it for you? Like I can stop you. Good seeing you again, though, in Austin, Texas at Deutsche Bank Leverage Finance Conference. Clip it. This is Larry Chiang speaking at Deutsche Bank Leverage Finance Conference before Scottsdale, Arizona, September 20 to 23. It's leveraged. We might be going to hell. We might want to unwind. Clip it. Scottsdale Princess, baby. Chapter 68. Oh my God, the script just writes itself. Chapter 68, Snowball, Larry Chiang, Deutsche Bank. Bitcoin Wave, chapters 19 through chapter 33. Clip it. Running dangerously low on green tea. Running dangerously low on green tea. I've got a remedy for that, though. I have a remedy. The reason the whole thing is driven through book club is that's the only way to program a brain. Spoken word, language protocol. This is Ebonics maxing. Hashtag Ebonics maxing. 4 X's in Ebonics, 6 X's in maxing. Because I am the ultra liberal progressive who's believing in Ebonics by using code, which is the floor is an 800 verbal score. We need to play the patriarchy. There is no slavery except us being black and retarded. Ditto women. Like, there is no white person keeping you down. And if you think a Chinese person is keeping you down, you're understanding who controls mainstream media. These jokes are hilarious. They're hilarious. Because this is a JBA. Is this a Jewish in business administration? Yeah. But it's also a Jedi in business administration. The only thing that matters is oxygen. And what is oxygen is money. You're welcome. Clip it, which is Leveraged Finance Conference, Scottsdale Princess, Deutsche Bank Leveraged Finance Conference. If you are having a hard time with page 344, page 67, page 64, page 62, you have no shot in things that are more complicated. Now we are all on the same page. It's 6.15 Bitcoin. You're retarded. You're retarded. It's okay that you're gay and retarded, which is why Silicon Valley Gay Mafia just needed a heterosexual at the helm. This is a cult, but I don't want to meet you. I definitely don't want to come to your cult club. Just steal this content. I consent for you to steal my jokes. Oh, yeah. Completely, right? Couldn't help it. Stop ripping on your own people. Black on black negativity is not to be tolerated. I'm not going to time you out. I need you more than you need me. Black on black negativity. Black on black killing. Black on black. You're black being neg on black people. Negative, soft E. Be better, hard R. Somebody's going to have to watch this later, and that person is going to laugh again. How often do you book club? Pull out a fortune cookie that says, wire me $800,000 Silicon Valley Bank, routing ABA number 121140399. Let's go. You gonna wire me some money? The address to wire the money to is 3003 Tasman Drive, Santa Clara, 95054. I don't want you to Venmo me 80K, 800K. It doesn't work. I don't want you to Zelle me. I think that there's a max on it. Just wire it. Just wire it. And that's why your brain's broken. It's 6.15 and your brain's broken. Your brain is broken. Your brain is broken. Did I say 6.15 Bitcoin, or did I say 6.15 shares in AMC? This video just became even more amazing. You said some retarded shit. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. I'm fixing it. I'm going to fix it. Even though I can't currently, yeah. Oh, I actually can fix it. Never mind. I thought I couldn't, but I just did. Thought I couldn't fix it. Just did. Just did. What am I fixing? I'm fixing... I just did. I just did. Becoming supernatural financially, period. I just fixed it again. Becoming supernatural, birthing of giants. For founders, clubbing. Period. I just fixed it again. Becoming supernatural, birthing of franchise giants. Founders clubbing. With a K. Founders clubbing. How much are we going to fix? We're going to fix ourselves because there is no fixing the world. Nobody cares about stuff that happened 30 years ago, which is why we're not going to LARP. We're going to video game You Incorporated. LARPing, large live action role playing. Video gaming, LARPing is too hard for people. This is why we're going to YouTube You Incorporated video game. You're in a video game right now, just play better. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's a black person. I can literally hear that student crushing you, twin. You had it right the first way. You had it right the first way. And somebody didn't thank you. Because I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Why am I thankful? Because you accused me of having student debt from Stanford University. Here's the answer. I spent $3 to get a $275,000 education. I'm going to moderate you. You are now a moderator. You are now a moderator. Because you said something amazingly retarded. You're tall and good looking. I can literally hear the student debt crushing you right now, Larry Chiang. I paid $3 to go to Stanford GSB 94305 in Stanford, California. You thought I owe money from student debt. Thank you. Thank you for thinking that I owe money to Stanford for a student debt. Thank you. Because that is the best compliment. This is why you're a moderator now. Are you not from America? You talk like a retard. You must be American. I'm convinced you're American. That is actually not true. Larry got a full scholarship because his father is rich and influential and paid money on the side. Somebody doesn't realize that 62, 64, 67 turbo hike, which is you got confused that you don't know where University of Illinois. One, I did get a full ride. Two, my dad donated $0 to the University of Illinois. Three, you thought I was a legacy. This is why I didn't go to Yale. Or MIT. Not a legacy, baby. Not a legacy. Not a legacy. You accused me of being a Stanford legacy. Ha ha. You're retarded. Busted. Am I using the word retarded correctly? English is my only language. You accused me of being a legacy into Stanford University. My dad went to MIT. My mother went to Yale. Actually, I did go to MIT, but as an EIR, entrepreneur in residence. But busted. This is what this page numbers mean. Is people will say retarded shit. Can you monetize? I don't want to make any money from you, so I'm not going to monetize you. But when people say, rich people who are confident tell you something wrong, it's like a person flying up your asshole. Can you perform a split S, put on the brakes, let them fly right by, and then charge them $8K? I'm not going to sell you anything because, one, you guys are poor, or you're rich and you're just watching quietly, in which case I'll make you richer. But what you're seeing is when you say something dumb, you're a legacy. When you say something dumb, I can smell the school debt on you from the Stanford blah, blah, blah. Is you're not getting the fact that I paid $3 for $275,000 in education. How did that work? Book club. You see, I read Irv Grauspec's book. I read Irv Grauspec's book. I like his book so much that I bought the older edition. This is the second edition. Chapter 10 moved to chapter 17. Yes, one time I fell on my ass during a live stream. I was sober. Chapter 17 actually was removed from the 6th edition, which is why I recommend the 5th edition. Who cuts out Irv Grauspec edition 5 to edition 6? Who cuts the owner of the Boston Celtics? Who cuts that? $3 for 275K. Clip it. That's the answer to that. Making me tell you something that seems supernatural. Oh my God. Becoming supernatural. Joe Dispenza, chapter 8, chapter 11. Oh my God. These videos just make themselves amazing. Somebody thinks that a efficiency apartment is not the penthouse. You don't know the difference between penthouse and efficiency, but that's okay. That's okay. So the shoes are the same shoe, but that's what makes that show a horrible idea. But if you want to get me a 9-figure deal to do shoes, you have at it. I don't need that money. Cheers to 550K on this one page. Ooh, I'm on fire right now. I'm on fire. I'm a happy kind of angry. A happy kind of angry. Booyah. Booyah. Hope you enjoyed this video. I loved making it for you. Woo! Brady, that's how winners keep winning. Hey, do you want to go for a poo? Hey, Pooh Bear. Brady Bear. Hey, Brady, where are you? Brady, what are you doing? Brady Bear. Brady Bear. Do you like how my dog doesn't attack the stuffed animals that are mine? He just attacks his own stuffed animals. Yeah, yeah. This is the only stuffed animal that we share. Is he doesn't know what to do with this. Who knows what to do with an octopus? Brady, let's go for a walk. I owe money on a student debt. Thank you. That's the best thing I've ever heard. 1, full ride to University of Illinois. It got pulled after 1 year. Tom Chang, MIT. My mother, Yale, did not donate money so I could go to my safety school, University of Illinois. Why are they all safety schools? Wait, what's wrong with audiobooks? Thank you. Good job reading. Enjoy being rich. The reason audiobooks are bad is speed. The other reason that audiobooks are bad is reading is by nature a visual exercise. The words enter your brain. Here's what people do with an audiobook, even when they're reading, is they'll sub-vocalize the words. For example, what the alpha, you guys seem beta. So this is how most people read, is sub-vocalization. The way to speed read is you don't do an audiobook. You read entire collections of words. Initially, you'll just be able to see the 4 steps to the epiphany. But later, you won't even sound the words out in your brain, because that's how most people read, is called sub-vocalization. Sub-vocalization, very bad. It's not super bad, but it's very bad, but it makes you poor because you just read slow. Earlier, this video started off being ODA loop, observe, orient, decide, act. When you're a slow reader, slow learner, slow moneymaker, slow to learn, you're slow because you're taking information and not being able to process information. This is why people will call each other some version of retard, which is, what's that word for when you're antisocial? So you seem antisocial, it's because you can't. He should post my answer to the audiobooks question, not the actual question itself. I don't know what you're talking about. He should post my answer. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Here, just repost your answer because the comments are like crushing. Oh, you get it. Cowboy Finance, why don't you tell me what your answer was if your answer was better than the answer I just gave? which it probably is, because I'm open to you becoming better, becoming supernatural. I'm open to you becoming better than me, obviously. Obviously. I never thought of it that way. Oh, cool. Yeah, because subvocalization is vocalization. Vocalization stands next to subvocalization. When I play this game, it's called Two Girls, One Book. So it's a three-way. This is how we increase sexual tension. Yeah, let's go do a three-way. Cool. Before we do sex, you're going to read a book, and this is reading as foreplay. So you read, I read, she reads. You read, I read, she reads. What are we reading? One book, because it's called Two Girls, One Larry Chiang, One Book. She reads for 4 minutes, I read for 4 minutes, and then she reads for 4 minutes. While the other person is reading, you got to sit and do nothing for 8 minutes. Have you guys seen the video on I did nothing for 20 minutes other than stare at a wall? Well, that's what 8 minutes is you're doing 8 minutes of not touching your phone, staring at the person who's reading. This is an exercise. It makes brains become genius. One, because I connected your chakra 6 to your chakra 1. Why is it genius? Because I'm connecting her 2 pussies to her 10 brains. I did not misspeak. I'm connecting pussy to brain. Because people in popular culture have talked about how your dick is connected to your brain. This is colloquially what people will say. Larry, did you fuck that girl? Was your second head telling your big head what to do? Larry, that was genius. Was your second head telling your big head what to do? Larry, you're the smartest human on the planet. Is your dick smarter than 7 people that went to Harvard? Yes. So you're connecting your chakra 6 to your chakra 1. I'm not going to show you my notes because it's just true. Okay. Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressured. I got pressured to peer. My fat fingers muted it. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with audiobooks is that you can't hold them up and show them to a stream while you're doing a stream. Good job, you. Do you like how I'm dyslexically reading? Because I'm conveying the knowledge, but I got impatient. This is me vocalizing because I don't want to subvocalize. The answer, what is wrong with audiobooks, is that you cannot hold them up and show them to people when you are doing a stream. Did you like how I showed you that I speed read by summing up what I speed read and then jumbling the words? Which is why the key to solving dyslexia, Larry Chiang, is a Warren Buffett documentary at Houston Super Bowl party It was a teaser for dyslexia. And inside of a movie trailer about dyslexia, I solved dyslexia, which is the whole problem with dyslexia. PhD thesis, non matriculated for a 13th PhD thesis, is dyslexic kids. They can't vocalize, they can't vocalize words. That's just what dyslexia is by definition. But here's the answer is you shouldn't be vocalizing words, you should be speed reading. Larry, are you saying that dyslexic kids should just learn how to speed read? This is Jim Quick. Brain injury, can't read, becomes a genius. As an Asian dude who then says, oh, your parents are rich, Jim Quick. No, his parents are poor, and he had a brain injury. That's him as a retarded Asian guy mentoring the smartest human on the planet, Larry Chiang, to become limitless. Have you seen my video, Unlimited Limitless? Now the audio is messed up. Now the audio is messed up. I know. Well, you could just read lips. You could just read lips. Stop saying self-sabotage. Clip it. So the clips, the sound is actually okay. It's just that YouTube, they just love, they just love, they just love Larry Chiang so much that they just added a dollop. How's the sound now? Screenshot. Screenshot. Is it better? Well, we've come to the end of this video, but the good news is, there's the good news. Choose to make either $5, $50, $59K, or $5.9 million. You pick. I don't care. I do not care. I do care that you make $5 and then buy one share of AMC. This is financial advice. Make $5 with this and then buy one share and then buy 1 cup of water and one share. Don't buy more than one share. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Hey, I'm thankful for once in a while the audio working. Obviously, my audio's bad, but for you, the like button's broken. I'm not talking yet.
What's up, Larry? How you doing?
What up? Teach me something. Teach me something. Do you want this recorded or not? You pick.